Welcome back! This game, it's welcome back to Arcana's Purge. We return. Hello.
Woo!
Woo!
Hello.
Yippee!
Yippee. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. Yeah. Now, we did unfortunately not run last week, but we did the week before, and now we're here again. What did we miss? Oh, yes. I remember now.
Tried to kill us.
Somebody tried to kill you, yeah.
Very close to succeeding.
They did. They got real close to killing me.
Yeah, what, you were at 2 failed death saves?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
yeah. Well,
If they didn't somehow miss me while I was lying unconscious on the ground, I would be dead.
that's true. You would have needed
I'd
somebody
like to
to
think I kind of
rev.
get down, Mr. President, did you?
Get down, Mr. President. Yeah. I think, oh yeah, Radon's got Revivify, right?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? You're done?
Silence.
Silence.
Oh.
Maybe. He might also be muted or something, I don't know. Who knows?
He's got Revivify. It's just for him.
Don't
tell anyone.
That's not how that works, though.
Pretty sure there's been a big storm hitting the East Coast as well, so he might be in a big storm at the moment.
Why is Brolkin so injured?
I don't think she's healed from
From what?
the boat fight.
What? Oh no, she's
Very
not.
first fight.
She's not injured. It's just her token. Her token's mixed up. Oh, I see what's happening here. Anyways, so yes, we're back. And yeah, last time the party had a bit of an altercation in town after a conversation with one Lady Misbel that happened at some point. They did make their way back towards the ship, towards the Weeping Widow. And they were ambushed by assassins who got away. Well, one of them got away. The others were very brutally killed by telekinesis and stabbing. Oh,
How it goes.
Yay!
Yay, I'm hearing cutting in and out. Is that Radon? Are you
You are cutting out a little bit.
Me?
Or maybe it's not you. Maybe it is someone else.
It sounds like Radon, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it sounds like he's breathing. You know, it's good to know that he's at least breathing. You know, but
It could just be the wind.
good, just the wind. Oh lordy. Anyways,
Hello?
hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I had to go take a dip in the pool. It's too hot.
You had to take a dip in the pool.
My God.
Yeah, basically, I just went and jumped in and then walked my way back to the computer.
Ah. Okay.
I see.
Very good.
93 degrees, okay?
That's pretty hot.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
I would jump in a pool if I could right now.
I don't understand freedom units, so
I understand from units that means it is pretty hard.
excellent.
Be very hard.
Well, catching back up, party has gotten back onto the ship, however, where they had-
33.8 in yours.
Ah,
Yours.
33.8 in correct terms. Yes, that is.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's
that is
freedom units
decently-
and correct units. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
I'll tell you what the old people call it. It's freedom units and common units.
Oh, that's not good.
I wasn't going to say it, but, you know.
It's the whole. There's freedom units, and then there's the rest of the fucking owl.
The rest of the British Empire.
And if I'm honest, I don't understand either of them. I know when it's warm, and I know when it's not warm.
It's true. Why do we need the
Oh,
number
my
to
God.
decide? Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
On a scale of 0 to 100, how hot would you rate it?
Well, considering last week, we broke that 100 scale.
Yeah, on a
It's only
scale of 0 to
117.
100, where 100 is boiling. Anyways, so, yeah, now Broken, meanwhile, You headed back to the ship. You probably had some things you were doing in town, and then made your way back to the ship. And you've observed that the party has kind of limped their way on board, had a quick conversation with Aliana, and is kind of collected. And Yamo looks like he's seen better days. Same with Art. She looks like she's a little bit rougher. Halda and Radon look relatively all right. Yeah, but it kind of looks like they were in a fight. Wonder what happened there.
Are you okay?
We were ambushed coming out of town. Nothing we couldn't handle, though.
I just kind of give Art a look. Like, he very much almost didn't.
What? We handled it, didn't we?
It's a shame
Yeah.
I missed it. Oh well.
It's a shame I missed it. Oh well.
Well, Holly's just remembering, like, for the first part of handling it, she was just kind of screaming. So,
Yeah, there was a lot of screaming for Holly, wasn't
like,
there?
some of you really handled it. Some of us need to handle it better.
Ah. All right.
Anyways, where were you?
Here.
That's right. I seem to remember you don't really like being in town? Question mark. I don't remember. I don't remember how you feel towards this place.
She's a woman of few words. Except
She's
The
so
town in
mysterious.
general- The town in general, good. The upper parts, the bitch can go eat a fat one.
Well, she wasn't doing that when we saw her.
Not surprised.
you're not surprised that she wasn't eating a fat one when you saw her?
Like I'd want that anyway.
Honestly, we met that bitch, and I can't think of a better word to describe her.
Exactly.
She seems very powerful.
Yeah.
That's a downfall. Why she's still alive. Wasn't on taking that bitch down long ago.
Anyways, what are you still doing on board? But do you have any plans?
I don't fuck.
Any plans? Do you want to come with us? No, I'm kidding.
Fuck it.
The fuck it is activated.
Yeah, pretty much. Got nothing better to do.
Now, do you recall what your tasks were, or the rest of the party?
Well, so we just finished a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did we finish short rest? I didn't roll hit dice.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
didn't
were,
roll hit dice
yeah,
either.
you were starting one when you got on the ship. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
roll some hit dice.
Yep. Same here.
Well, while you're doing that, I believe Yama knows of a young man that he would like to go find.
Indeed.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean
The
phrasing,
boyfriend
but
Everything was fine. Get your mind out of the gutter. So someone's boyfriend, I forget whose.
Yamo's looking for someone's
Yeah.
boyfriend. Yeah, that sounds even better.
Amira's
That's
boyfriend.
yes. Amira's boyfriend who works at the fishery, or did once upon a time work at the fishery. He may not be there anymore. He may not be her boyfriend anymore. He didn't honestly seem like the kind to commit, but I don't know her. I'll take that.
Maybe she killed him.
Maybe. I don't know. He seemed flighty.
We're also going out to establish a trade deal, right?
That's right. We're
Yes.
heading out. The ship is leaving tomorrow for Nerax.
Yes, and there's also a plague out there. We should look into helping or avoid, like the plague.
Well, considering that it affects casters, I'm pretty concerned about that, and might try learning some more about it tonight after we get back to the ship.
Nerd.
Exactly. You're
Nerd.
welcome.
I don't say that in character.
You don't say that in character. Oh, it's a
No.
shame. Nerd.
I actually
Well,
probably should
if-
specify that I also speak character.
If we can get in contact with Amira, we might be able to learn a bit more, though. I don't expect this to be anything more than a long shot.
Lastly, that boat, that vessel, Legion have their hands on a Haven vessel. They're picking it apart.
They have their hands on a Karak vessel.
Crack vessel from Haven, right? But that's, I thought,
No.
one of Haven's. No? Oh, okay, sorry. How do you spell that?
Karak?
Yeah.
K-A apostrophe R-A-C.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
As soon as you heard the
What I
apostrophe,
know-
oh geez.
Yeah. Would I know what a crack vessel is, or would anyone?
No.
Was it ever explained to us?
Well,
No. Okay.
Like Karak is they're the Durgar kingdom.
Oh, okay.
I don't,
Yeah, right.
I don't know
sorry.
I don't know.
That's
I
how
don't
I
think
read
she didn't call them. She didn't call it a Karak vessel. She just said they have one of our ironclads.
Yeah. That's why I wrote Haven vessel. Okay.
Yeah. And by our, she meant like her people, not Havens.
Ah, that would have been nice to know. But that's fine. Anyways, they have their hands on this thing, and it looks like they're reverse engineering it. Or trying to, at least. I imagine you'd want to stop that. Kind of motion towards Relkin.
Yeah. I don't know if they get it to because good for
Well, and you probably also know something about Shadevine. What that is. And Lady, sorry, the bitch, was telling us that the Legion seems to have a source of Shadevine somewhere below a place called Desharis.
broken things. Oh fucking.
Wait, is that the vine that they said could help with the plague?
Well,
Right,
it's
that might-
definitely what they're using for their spell materials. For their
Oh,
inks.
okay.
The what she had told the group of you is that Shadevine is a magical, rare magical material that is used for spellcraft, for copying spells, for creating and crafting scrolls. She said it is something that her people do use, but for some reason the Legion has this in excessive quantity. Based on the amount and number of scrolls that they are able to produce and make. Allegedly, the Legion goes through scrolls like hotcakes. If that's the case, she said that she believes, or her agents had said, that beneath Desharis is where they source their Shadevine to craft all of their scrolls. And I believe, Yamamoto, and probably to an even greater extent, Brawlkin, while you might not know much about where they're getting their scrolls, you would both know, and especially Brawlkin would know, that scrolls play a big part in their combat strategies, like in their mass combat strategies.
I would say that.
Yeah, I'd relay what I know. Or probably would have already relayed what I knew before this, but yeah.
Fair enough. So where do you want to go first? Looks like they're kind of... There's a lot to do in a lot of places.
Did you wish to seek out a young man?
I wish
Oh,
to go to the fishery. With the knowledge that there may be people pursuing me, I won't feel offended if anyone wants to not accompany me on that trip.
Well,
That kind of stretches. Oh, sorry. Go first.
I'm willing to come. I've got to learn, and you're a great person to learn from. But I am gonna put an eye on the sky. And so as we get ready to leave, I'll go ahead and cast Arcane Eye and just put an eye 30 feet above us so we can watch the rooftops.
Yeah. Or kind of stretches and she kind of says, well, there's not much else to do. Nothing else better to do. I might as well come too.
All right, so 30 feet up. It won't put it above all of the buildings, but it will put it above some of them. And keep it going. You can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. Okay, yeah. As long as you guys are just walking and not running, dashing around, you can keep it pretty much above the party, 30 feet up.
Yep. Yamo is also going to be like keeping an eye on rooftops and street corners. He's like going to be actively trying to keep an eye out.
Okay.
I actually want to ask Poldo, can you see through that while you walk?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a little bit weird having two things I'm looking at the same time, but you get used to it.
Well,
And sometimes
and
I like
I'm,
stumble and I think something in front of me that isn't, but otherwise it's fine.
I'll summon Dilu, and if you want, you can.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, I absolutely. Holly would love to spend time with a horse.
Ride the
Yeah,
horse.
I'll help you on. I
Thank
actually
you.
probably also get on as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get a mental communication from the horse.
Too heavy.
Yeah, well, actually, you get a communication from the horse. It's like, have you put on a little bit of weight? Oh, a dwarf.
A lot of weight.
Yeah.
A whole horse full of weight.
And it's like, oh, well, that's bulky.
Oh.
Just
Oh.
that's bulky, and just kind of slowly plodding along, like, nah. It's a war
Oh,
horse,
Scott,
so I mean,
I don't give you all those. I don't give you all those apples for nothing.
the horse rolls its eyes, which would look amazing on a horse. Not that anybody else notices, but you know they're rolling their
Yeah.
eyes.
And I kind of like give it a scritch and pet.
Yeah. All right. An invisible magical eye within range, hovering in the air for the duration. Visual information from the eye, which has normal vision and dark vision out to 30 feet, and it can look in every direction. That would feel so strange. Like, you can see, like, there's just a point in space, and you can see all around that point, 30 feet, and then there's just nothing.
Yeah.
It'd be so strange.
It's blurred.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
just,
I'm sure it's there. It's just blurry. Like you can't focus it.
there's just nothing. It's like, huh? But yeah.
Well, isn't it saying it has normal vision and dark vision out to 30 feet?
I mean, it doesn't have a comma there. Which has
I mean, you
normal
wouldn't put a
vision
comma
and
there,
dark
would you?
vision. Well, if I meant that it has normal vision and then it also has dark vision out to 30 feet, I would.
Huh. Because normal vision doesn't have a range on it normally.
I
so-
mean, some spells it does, like Scry.
I mean, this is irrelevant to the current thing. I'm just being pedantic about rules because
trying
I
to
like
figure
being
out-
pedantic about rules.
Let's see here. Let's see.
I don't think Scry.
Normal. Oh yeah, it is normal vision to 30 feet. Normal vision to 30 feet and dark vision to 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Huh.
I mean, if that's what it says.
Interesting.
Yeah, that would be really weird to look through.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
it would
I'm
be
gonna
weird to look
scan-
through.
Yeah. It is.
It would be weird
I'm
to
gonna
look through either way.
Rooftops,
Yeah. But yeah, she can see.
especially.
Yeah, you can see
So I
up.
can move it up to the higher rooftops as well.
Oh yeah, because it's got a
There's no limit to how far away from me this can move.
ooh, exciting. You just can create it within
another
30
thing.
feet and then you can move it. Point within range.
I assume we're off the ship. I just yell back. Anyone else want to come?
Just as you leave. Okay. Well, the group of you head into town, traveling inwards to through the slums. Yeah, traveling in through the slums. You are heading towards the fishery. Now, Yamamoto, do you remember the name of the young man that you're looking for?
I do not. I'm going to. I met him once. It's been several months. I don't remember his name.
Several months in game. Several
Yep.
years. I realize.
I'm using the in-game excuse.
Yeah. No, that's fair. You could make an intelligence check, I suppose. Just see as like, do you recall this man's name? Did you ever get his name?
I definitely got his name, but I don't know if I remember it. 13?
13? No, you don't remember his name.
I will hope someone remembers who I talked to when I was there. I'm probably fairly memorable.
Okay. You head
Ellie's
up.
just annoyed. Like, well, I could have done something about that if you told me before I had the eye.
Done something about what? Oh,
Not learning the name.
you could
You
still.
can recall people's memories for them?
Well, maybe. We'll see.
What?
Oh,
It's slightly
Fantastic.
terrifying.
ominous.
Ominous. Indeed. Indeed. Is that ominous? I don't know. Okay. Well then, as you continue along, yeah, you make your way to the fishery. And there's there's just the sounds of town. Gosh, what? That sounds really weird to say. The sounds of town. Oh, fuck. But yeah, you come up and there's just some general conversation, people around and talking and existing in this place. Yeah, it's really busy actually. It's actually a pretty busy fishery, and you can see that there's a small vessel kind of out front currently unloading fish and bringing it into the town itself. Not into the town, into this warehouse more or less. And there are dock workers and people bringing it in, and you kind of stride up and you can smell. There's definitely that very fishy smell in the air. And you can see through one of the open doors, there's workers inside who are doing things like currently gutting fish or, yelling back and forth, like bartering with this ship. But yeah, as the group of you start approaching, you see some people look in your direction, but most are kind of continuing around their business.
Do I see anyone who looks familiar? In particular, like I don't know if foreman's the right term, but like a manager or someone who I might have seen here before?
You make a perception check.
21.
21. Blackjack. With a 21, I'd say you spot an older man, kind of grizzled beard, white hair. Looks like he is balding a little bit. Kind of, you can see like leathery skin on his hands, where he's definitely worked with, like, done a lot of work with rope and that kind of thing. And his skin has a bit of almost like a dulled tan to it. This individual, he looks like someone that you'd expect would have been a hardened fisherman, maybe outside the Long Dark. Obviously, in here, people don't tan, but kind of that look of someone who, in ages past, he probably had one, and his skin still
Human,
kind of.
did you say?
Yeah, he looks human. And he's also kind of familiar. Like, he looks kind of like the old dude that you talked to in this place before, because you remember there was the young guy, and there was also kind of there was an older dude who was kind of in charge.
Yeah, I was thinking. I think I remember talking to someone older who was like in charge. So I'll sort of go over to him and get his attention.
Hey, what can I do for you, Dragonface?
Good day. I was wondering if you remembered. I was here a few months ago. I spoke to one of your workers. I was wondering if he was around.
I remember seeing you around here. You some bigwig up the mountain there, aren't you? And he kind of gestures like up the hill.
Not anymore. I'm just a private citizen, same as anyone else.
A private citizen. Oh, give me your fancy words. Yeah, I remember you. You came around here and talked to one of the boys.
Yes.
Something about his what were you were talking to him about some young boy of his, eh?
A bit more complicated than that, but that's the gist, yes.
We teased him relentlessly about that after you left.
Oh, he might not be too happy to see me then.
It's a good
Is he
time,
still
it is.
around?
Hey?
Is he still around?
Oh, that young fella. Oh, he's
Yes.
well, he kind of scratches his chin. Not really around here so much no more. I think he quit here around maybe month or so back.
All right. Do you know where he went?
Nope, I don't. You maybe ask around if you want to.
All right. Sorry. What was his name? I don't think I got it at the time.
Hey.
His name.
What was that boy's name? Was it Enoch? Eric? Heretic?
Sounds vaguely familiar, but
Eugene? I don't know. Something like that. You can ask around about him. Oh, suppose if you're looking, oh yeah, they used to call him Butterfingers.
Butterfingers. I'll ask around. Thank you.
Of course. Oh
And
yeah.
I'll slip him going gold for his
Okay.
trouble.
So he's turning. He's like, hey, you, and he's like calling out to some people, and like suddenly there's a gold in his palm. He's like, oh, well.
For the assistance.
Yeah. He kind of does like that thing of like biting the coin, and then just tips the coin on his forehead to you, just as almost like a salute. Then like the coin just disappears somewhere into his clothing very quickly as he goes off to berate some people with a smile on his face.
All right, I will ask around to see if anyone knows where Butterfingers went.
How about the rest of you guys? Like you got to hear the little conversation there. What are you guys doing while he's asking around?
I'm gonna take a look at the people milling around. Is there anyone who takes special notice of Yamamoto, like recognizes him? Because people have been recognizing him all day. Not in a good way sometimes.
He is very aware of that.
I'd say you can make a perception check followed by an insight check to see who you notice and what you notice about them.
17 for perception. 15 for insight.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. All right. As you're walking around in this place, you do see like Yamamoto is starting to go and talk to different people about how would you broach the topic, Yamamoto? Like, what would you say when you're approaching people?
Excuse me, I was here a few months ago talking to one of the workers. I think he went by Butterfingers.
So as
Sort of his
Yamamoto's
nickname around here.
As Yamamoto's going around asking people that, Holly, you're keeping an eye out on not just the folk that he's talking to, but other folk around to see, if you notice anybody standing out. What you notice is actually probably there's a few people who do definitely look his way. Some with like maybe hints of recognition, others with curiosity, and some of those looks are more like even directed at your party, just because there's just a bunch of you. You're well armed and you're eclectic, right? Like
Right.
this whole place is eclectic, sure, but you don't typically have people walking around quite as decked out as you guys are, right? You stand out, especially at a fishery. One individual does stand out, though, to you, and they are, you see a smaller figure, about the size of a gnome, a halfling, or a child. Just kind of wide eyes, and just tracking Yamamoto from the shadows.
How far away is that person from me?
Oh, not too far. Like, it's a decent-sized fishery, so maybe within about 30 feet. Go spook him with your eye. It's invisible, but...
I will definitely move the eye closer to them.
Okay. As Yamo's starting to talk to people, you're bringing the eye closer to this individual. Now, while you're doing that, Radon, Brawlkin, and Art, anything in particular you guys are doing, or just milling?
Waiting for a fight to happen.
Yeah, that's basically what Argon's doing. He's just kind of posing around, looking around,
Okay.
minding his own business for the most part.
Right.
Yeah, I am probably, since it's a fish market, I assume people are like selling fish and
Yes.
fresh fish and parts of the fish and maybe even like sashimi and stuff, or like just like raw fish. And I'm probably going around and talking. Art, you can see Art is very into her element here because she does come from a sailing background.
All right.
I'm probably cracking jokes and talking to people and maybe buying some
Cracking.
extra taste, like rations that taste better than our normal rations.
Thinking to maybe pick up some nice fresh fish to fry up the
Yeah.
first day.
Fresh fish or even like dried fish or anything
okay.
like that.
Yeah, dried fish will last. Fresh fish would be good for the, good for the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hanging out with the dock workers.
Dock workers. I'd say you could probably spend 5 silver and get some nice fish rations for the group.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Yamamoto, you're having conversations with people, asking around. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. And Halda, as you bring your eye closer to this figure, you can see that they look very much like it looks like a young boy. Probably, you haven't had a lot of exposure to humans, so you're not really sure how to gauge his age, other than like this looks like a child, maybe a bit of an older child, but not like a teenager. Between one human age and another.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Could be anywhere from like 7 to 12. You don't really know human children too well, so it's like this
Strange things human children are, really.
Yeah. Comparing to a dwarf. Yeah, they don't compare quite well to dwarven children because I mean, dwarven children, they got a lot more meat on their bones.
That's right.
That's right. Thicken that porridge.
So does he look
He looks like curious.
disturbed by
No.
it? Curious.
Yeah, it doesn't look like disturbed. It looks like watching, like very attentive. It doesn't look scared or concerned, but very attentive and intently watching Yamamoto. And very like, now that you've got an eye trailing this kid, they're very intentionally and specifically like they're following him. Like as he moves around, they kind of shift position. They're trying to look nonchalant, but you're the only reason he hasn't noticed is he's busy talking to people, and I mean, you're specifically looking for people who are looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll let you mull that over, I suppose. But yeah, Yamamoto. It's like, Butterfingers, have you seen him? Have you seen Butterfingers? Yeah, as you're doing your conversation, asking around different people. You do in conversation. Just thinking here. It's like, oh yeah, I heard he yeah, I think he got a different, some kind of different work. You know, last I heard he had joined the Watch. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then as you're somebody else nearby, it's like, join the Watch. Oh, it's like you know, that does sound kind of right, but then I think he started doing something else. What was it? He was working with somebody who was making drinks, was it? I don't know.
Drink?
Yeah, it was something about drinks. That I don't know. Maybe he was helping at a tavern.
I'm guessing if he's moved on jobs, he might not be going by Butterfingers anymore. Do any of you know what his actual name is?
It's like you get from a few different people. It's like, oh, was it? Yeah, was it? Was it Eli? Amon? Eldrick? I'm pretty sure it was Eldon.
Eldon or something
Yeah,
thereabouts.
so,
Got it.
someone gives you a. I'm pretty sure it was Eldon.
All right.
But yeah,
I'll go with that.
and apparently
Thank you.
Eldon, Eldon or whoever, was joined the Watch, and then maybe now isn't in the Watch and makes drinks. But you know, kind of an odd
I
little
mean,
thing.
we were at a place with drinks earlier. There's probably many places with drinks in Haven, though.
Especially down here.
Yeah. And when I know, like, when they say the Watch, are they probably meaning, like, under...
They
would
would be
that
talking
probably
about
be under
the-
Shen, or would that be, like...
Yeah, that would be under Captain Koros and Shen as a lieutenant. So yeah, the Watch would be like the militia.
Alright, I might go back and pay Shen another visit then.
Now, meanwhile, Hulda, do you just file the information away of what you're seeing, or do you do anything with it?
I memorized the boy's face, and I'm not that comfortable with him watching us. I wonder what he like. That's like kids just don't watch someone like this. I keep wondering like who he's planning on reporting to. I want to see if I can distract him.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a minor illusion of like a little shiny point of light, some little glittery point of light right in his peripheral vision. See if I can get him to look away.
Okay. See here, minor illusion. That one is just somatic and material, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're are you trying to make it so that he doesn't see you when you're doing these gestures?
No.
Okay. So it'll be very
He's not
visible
looking
that
at you.
you're he's looking at Yamo, and if you're not standing by Yamo, then he might not be looking at you. Okay. So you begin casting, and you make kind of a flickering of light in the corner of the kid's eye, and he kind of turns and he's looking in its direction.
And I'll just kind of like string him along and try to get him to move away a little bit.
Okay. You continue doing that. Make me an intelligence-based stealth check.
All right, so that means I'm gonna roll stealth
And
And
we
then
just
add my intelligence modifier.
yeah, instead of your dexterity.
All right, so just one more. It's a 13.
Okay, a 13. All right. Where are you trying to lead him to?
Is there like an alley or something that would block his view of Yamo?
You could see if you could get him into a back alley with this flicker light.
Well,
I got
anywhere.
a question.
It's
Does he
crowded.
look like he's starving?
Does it
Or
what?
does he look like he? I was like, does he look like he's one of the poorer people? You know, maybe not been eating as good or anything like that.
No, you don't see him. What you do see though, Radon, is like Art, Brulkin, and Radon. Hulda's doing something. She's fiddling around with what is your focus anyway?
What a great question. Is my focus.
Even she
What did
doesn't
I
know.
decide?
Because you've got an arcane focus of some kind.
I think it's a pendant, like a crystal pendant, if I remember correctly.
Oh, you have a component pouch.
Right.
Oh, so you're actually pulling out a bit of fleece. Like you use the actual literal components. Okay.
I'm rolling fleece around in my hand.
Yeah. So you can see her, like she's obviously casting some kind of magic, rolling this fleece around in her hand and looking off in a direction. And you guys are seeing like she's doing something. You can make Arcana, like an Arcana check, just to see if you know what spell she's casting. Oh yeah,
21?
it's minor illusion. She's totally casting minor illusion.
He'll
There.
go up and be like, "What are you doing?"
See that little boy? I don't know. Big boy. I don't know. Child.
Human child.
Do you see that
Like,
human child?
He's following. Do you see the little fairy light that he's following?
Yeah.
Do you notice anything about him that should concern us? Because he has been staring at us, specifically Yamo, ever since we've been here.
Looks like a kid to me.
Yeah.
A child.
Yeah. I mean, if he was just wanting something to stare at, maybe he's got something better to stare at now. So.
And well, Argon would probably try to stare hard at him and basically kind of like put together what this kid looks like. If it's like just a poor person staring, or possibly from the facial expression have been like someone with a vendetta.
You can make a perception and an insight check.
Terrible at both of
Brooklyn's
those.
just gonna butt in real quick. She's gonna be like, "You want me to go?" Wrong accent. Do you want me to go deal with the child?
No. The child is
Broken,
being
destroyed
dealt with.
The child is being dealt with.
He can follow a pretty light.
Corrupt them all.
That needs to happen.
I mean, I'm just saying. I have a place where we can store the body.
Oh my
my-
lord.
No.
Yeah. Radon, looking at him, I mean, it doesn't look like he's super, super poor off. It kind of looks like he looks like he belongs here. Like that's kind of how he looks. Like considering the general look and feel of this fishery, he looks like he fits in. As for his expression and everything, it doesn't look like anger or hatred. It looks, well, I guess at this point he's chasing around a pretty light. But after a bit, like as he's looking, he's started to ignore whatever this strange flickering is that he doesn't know where it is, and he's looking at Yamamoto again. And it's just kind of a he's just very attentive. Like
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to him. Brock can start stomping over.
Art will follow.
Womp womp.
Oh, Holly
womp,
just
womp,
has like
womp.
this.
Radon will fall behind
No,
you.
no, no,
He
no,
will
no,
follow
no, no,
people.
no, 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 no. Art follows out of concern.
He's like,
Not.
I was very happy that I was moving him farther away, given their comments.
Yeah. No, yeah.
okay.
Art, make sure they don't do anything to that kid.
As as the trio begins making their way towards the kid, you can see him look and like double take in your direction, and then just eyes wide, and he just books it.
It's starting a chase. Let's go.
Okay, can I follow him
Oh,
with my eye?
jeez.
Yamamoto's gonna turn around and the entire party's gonna have disappeared.
Yeah.
Yep, he
Oh,
is.
I didn't move closer to the boy. I don't need to. I'm following him still with just the eye.
Your eye only moves at 30 feet around.
How fast is he moving?
Double? He's dashing! As he just books it and starts running. Now, Brawlkin, are you
He's big
chasing
though,
him?
so he's got little legs.
He
Yeah, shouldn't they be like dwarf legs? Like
Dwarf
he only
leg.
moves 25.
well, then that would still be 50 feet, which is fast.
Yeah, no, but it's better for us or me because I can catch up. Not kidding.
Is he 30 feet, or is he more like a goblin and they move 30?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dun dun.
Dun dun dun. But yeah, he's
We're not actually gonna
okay. You're not pursuing.
scare him off.
Okay, so you scared him off. But Art or Radon are either of you giving chase.
You see Art kind of go, no, wait, like concernedly, and
Okay.
Radon will look around like, I'm not gonna be able to catch him on my feet.
Okay. Kid runs out. So Holly, then, if this kid doesn't run too far, you might still catch them with your eye. You sending your eye out to search pattern Delta?
Yeah, the only thing that I was worried about really was if he was going to report back to someone. So I am curious if I can see him
Mhm.
and if he's going to immediately find someone or talk to someone.
You can make a survival check. As you extend your eye, and let's say this could be a survival check with your intelligence.
That wouldn't matter.
oh.
Wow. All right. Then this might just be up to luck as you put your eye into a bit of a search pattern back and forth looking for this kid. It's like, oh, I lost track of him. Where the fuck did he go? Like he's a fast little shit. But yeah, you can have your eye like scanning the area, looking for evidence of that kid again. And Yamo, you turn around and you can see it looks like well, your friends over there are doing something. You're not sure what, but you've gotten a little bit of details.
Holly's just sitting on a horse, weirdly still, with just a blank look on her face. Slightly like frustrated sometimes. Oh, dang it.
All right, well, I'll return back to them with a bit of a spring in my step. We got more than I was expecting.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, apparently he went to work for the guard, they think, and then possibly moved on from there, but we don't know. To something working with drinks. They said making drinks. They're not sure if that means he was a brewer or working in a tavern, but
Okay.
I think best starting place would be to check with the guard again.
All right,
So, back where we were earlier, I suppose.
cool. Sounds good.
You sound unsure.
Nope. I think that's a great plan. I'm just not looking at you at all.
All right, then. Like he just like slowly raises the hand, like waves it slowly in front of your eyes.
Do you, just on the off chance, I'm gonna do another minor illusion and make a replication of that boy's face
Okay.
and say, "This kid look familiar to you?"
You can actually like, it's a 5-foot cube, so you could make the kid.
Yeah,
Do you just create an illusion of the child?
Yeah.
Okay. Yamo, you look down, and that looks like a child.
No recognition of who it is. It's not a child I have encountered.
It's a male child.
Male human child?
Yeah.
Can we at least narrow that down?
You can't see his ears.
Can I see his skin?
Yeah, his skin is kind of pale. He's got brown eyes, so he's not like a Dakir. Looks like a
All
pale kid. He, for you, yeah. Yeah, to you, a lot of the races would blend together, wouldn't they? You all look the same to me.
Yeah, I mean, they're all soft skin. It's kind of...
Yeah, soft skin. This is obviously not a halfling. Like, unless it was a really childlike looking halfling. Like, this is a kid. This is a human, an elf, or a half-elf. And elves tend to have, like, prettier features, so this is probably a human? Unless it's a disguised goblin.
All right.
Like, unless somebody was using, like, obviously, if somebody was using magic to make an illusion, then it could be any small creature, right? But, like, unless, like, if this is actually that's what they look like, then, yeah, like, looks like a human kid. You can't see any features that would say necessarily otherwise, but, yeah. Medium-sized humanoid child. Or, like,
All right.
yeah, a child that would come from a medium-sized humanoid. It's small-sized.
Nope. Don't think I've seen them before. Why?
Well, I'll just shrug and I'll recall my arcane eye and stop looking for him and bring it back as fast as I can to us and just say, well, I've been looking around to see who's noticing you. And he's really the only one that seemed pretty intent on watching what you were doing. So, and I don't know why a boy would be intent on watching what you were doing unless he meant to relay that
mean,
information to someone else.
I do
tried to
sort of stand out.
I know. I tried to distract him and give him something else to look at, but that didn't work for long. And the rest, like Brawlkin and Radon, totally overreacted. I think they were going to try to capture him or something. Are they just like on a hair trigger, or it's just anyway? He just noticed. I just was curious about what he was doing, or if he was someone to worry about. I probably not. Never hurts to check.
No, given what we experienced earlier, and the Ashes are the kind of people who probably would have children keeping a lookout for them. So
The Ash Syndicate, right?
yeah.
Is that what you said? Oh. Okay.
I'm not saying it was, just they seem like the kind who would employ that type of tactic.
I guess that makes sense.
My little birds.
Exactly.
Well then, I suppose we'll keep an eye out, but if no objections, head to the guard barracks again.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Alright.
Okay.
I've already forgotten the name I was given, fuck. But like Ewan, but not
Eldon.
Ewan.
Eldon.
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 Elden.
Elden Ring?
Let's all say it.
Kinda.
Eldon.
Elden Ring.
Eldon.
Elden. Why? Why? Elden. Anyways, Elden. So you go and you find yourselves back at back at the guardhouse. Heading inside, it doesn't take much for you to find Shen, that hobgoblin woman that you'd been speaking to earlier. She kind of gives the group of you a look and is like, "Huh, back so soon." She's
Yes,
she's a lieutenant, not a captain.
No, sorry, Lieutenant,
Yeah, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant, I don't mean to take up too much of your time. Just looking for information regarding what we were speaking about earlier. I believe an associate of Amira may have actually been a guard for some time. I'm looking for. I give like a vague physical description because he was a drow, right? I think he was a drow.
No, he was human.
Was he a Dakir?
He was human.
Was he normal human? Okay,
Yeah.
I misremember. Well, yeah, I'll give like a physical description.
He was like
believe when
he was
by
maybe a
something
bit of
like
a
Elven.
yeah, he was a bit of a pretty boy,
Okay.
but not quite like elf.
Yeah.
Or half elf. But okay, you give a description. Eldon's like
Eldin or something like that. It's been a bit difficult to get in.
just like thinking and drumming her fingers. Do you mean Aiden?
Aiden. That actually does sound familiar. Might be Aiden.
Well, we did have a young man around. Well, I mean, people come and go, but remember he stood out a bit. Bit of a, bit of a prettier face, which I think he got to use a few people of. Working down here in this place, likely get that roughed up a bit, but he did all right. I think he's. If I recall, he didn't quite take to it, and he's working with some goblins, I think.
You know where?
Actually, yeah. There's a goblin. Goblin was running it. I think it's not just a goblin. It was a goblin and a kobold.
That's a dangerous combination.
Alchemy shop.
That's an even more dangerous combination.
Now remember the people that the dog said he was making drinks, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I think he was. I think he. Last I heard, he was. Young man, he was. I think he said his girlfriend got him a job at an alchemy shop.
Yes, that
Some.
sounds like that might be him. Do you know where it is?
Oh yeah.
Direction?
It's actually a little bit near the outer walls, back a little bit. Part of a, and she gives you some description and directions to basically what to look for. As there's like a tenement building with kind of a stone attachment on it, and that is the kind of the alchemy shop itself. She remembers it specifically, and she kind of remembers this guy specifically because she's had complaints and reports over there of things like small explosions, smoke, minor fires, hence it being made of stone. That really helps with any kind of minor fires, that kind of thing. They get reports from that area every once in a while of odd goings-ons.
Nice angle.
We'll go check it out. Thank you.
Gives you a nod. Well, good luck.
Hopefully we won't need it.
She just raises an eyebrow at you and goes on about her business.
All right. Let's head that direction.
Just
How long has it been since we left the ship?
since you left the ship, it's maybe been. Let me think here. It's probably been like half an hour-ish, maybe a little longer, maybe like 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, probably about 40, 45-ish minutes. And you guys are gonna go
Time
towards.
flies when you're hunting down.
Time flies when you're hunting people. You guys just gonna follow to this location, these directions.
Yep. Still
Yep.
trying to keep my eye in the sky.
Okay.
I'm still keeping a look on rooftops and alley corners.
Just all this, yep. Just very much aware of everything. Okay. Well then, the group of you make your way forward to this place, and you can see after a while, probably about, maybe takes you about 10-15 more minutes to find the location in particular. Just going off of the directions that you got and having to double back a couple times. But eventually you do see this small, kind of like this squat stone structure built underneath a tenement building. It almost looks like the stone is maybe a little bit newer. Most buildings here aren't made of stone, but this one in particular is.
Fireproof.
For good reason.
Yep.
Why are we looking for this dude again?
He is or was dating Amira, who apparently knows more about the plague affecting the Legion spellcasters. So hopefully he can direct us to her.
All right. Going up in front of this structure, you can see there is actually a crude sign outside. And it looks like the image on it, like it's kind of a depicted picture. And it looks like an egg, like some kind of scaled egg sitting on top of what looks like a round shield, like almost like it's on a pedestal, and it's like this crude drawing of that, and beneath that there's like another added on sign, because there's like a signpost hanging there, and then hanging off of that sign, as if it's been more recently added, written in common, is scaled greens.
Scaled greens.
Scaled greens.
Your name? Okay.
And you notice something, like, 'cause it's just kind of there. Like if you it looks like there's something stuck on it, and tapping the sign, another little thing falls down, and it says in common as well. And this one's actually written a little bit better: Alchemy Emporium. It's like a triple threat sign, where all new pieces have been added onto it, evidently. And so it's Scaled Greens Alchemy Emporium.
Well then, let's head inside.
Okay.
Face and be like, under her breath. Could have done better.
My husband. Oh, for the crafting.
Yeah.
Do any of us hear this?
That's a good question. Would you? How loud did you say that?
Just like,
Kind of
how do you know when you're next to someone and you kind of hear them grumble, but you can't really make out what they say?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
So someone who's pretty keen, like if you got a passive perception of, say a 16 or higher, you might have picked that up.
Yeah, Moto just assumed she said something derogatory about him and didn't bother.
That's rough.
And Holly will just file that information away.
As she does. Okay. As you go to enter into this place, like you open the door, and there's suddenly just you hear like a, and it's not like an explosion, but there's just like a and there's a billowing of smoke just comes out, like just it wafts in your face, and your eyes, like whoever's in front, like your eyes just start watering. It's like, oh, what is that?
Don't worry, I have resistance to fire damage.
Yeah, it smells like sulfur. Like it smells bad. Sulfur doesn't smell good.
Egg.
I
Yeah.
instantly reopened the door.
It's like, oh, Yeah, this is when you opened the door. This happened. So the
Oh,
door's
this is when
open.
you opened the
yeah,
door?
yeah, yeah.
I will just stand out of the way.
Just like, oh,
Someone's having fun.
yeah. And you hear this coughing sound inside. You just hear, "You idiot! No, you're the idiot! No, you're the idiot!" And as you kind of look inside and the smoke clears, there is a small reddish orange, like kind of red and orange mottled scales, draconic creature, kind of a long tail. They're wearing a very simple gray tunic, and right now, and you can see them like long snout, pointed horns, a kobold in a slap fight with a pudgy kind of greenish orange skinned goblin who is a little bit shorter than the kobold. The goblin has kind of more feminine features. The kobold, it's kind of hard to tell. Although Yamamoto, being a dragonborn and like being very similar species, more masculine features. But for the rest of you, more hard to tell. But yeah, and they're currently in like a slap fight over the counter, and between them you can see what looks like some kind of beaker with something black inside. Like this.
Do I recognize either of them, by the way? Are they?
Nope.
Either of them I've come across. Oh.
Yeah, you don't recognize these two. As they're just like, and as the smoke is clearing, you're kind of waving it. You see the goblins grab the kobold by the neck, and it's like like wringing their neck, and then there's a pause as they both freeze and they look at you guys coming in. And
I wave hello.
the kobold just kind of, their head tilts like really weirdly to one side. Oh, customers! And they shove the goblin, who falls off the counter behind it, and you just hear this like crash. The goblin pops up. Yes, hello. What can we do for you?
Hello. I was actually looking for, I believe, one of your employees, Aiden.
Aiden. Oh, Aiden. They're looking for Aiden, and they're kind of talking between them.
You know the pretty looking human?
Oh, Aiden, says the goblin with a big smile on her face. It's like, oh yeah, he's a bit of a looker, isn't he? And and there's just from the kobold, just whap! Like you see the kobold's tail move, you don't see where it went, and the goblin just hops as if something smacked him on the bottom hard. They're like, ah, hey!
I think I understand the dynamic here.
They give the kobold a slap on the back of the head. It looks like they're ready to come to blows again, and then it's like you just hear in Draconic, the kobold just manners, and straightens his tunic. It's like, what do you want with our employee? His writing skills?
No, just a mutual friend of ours. I was hoping he might know where she is at the moment.
Who? And then the goblin leaning forward. Yeah, who's she? Oh, friend of yours.
Yeah, friend of his, friend of mine.
So you're not here for any of our get that like starts nudging the kobold, and it's like, you're not here for any of our scaled grains, alchemy emporium. I'm Scales, and this here is Greens, and this is the this is the goblin talking. Gestures to herself. I'm Scales, and this is Greens, and then the kobold. What are you talking about? I'm Scales. Oh, sorry, other way around. I get confused sometimes.
Well, I personally am not, but perhaps my companion Radon might be interested in some of what you have to offer. I sort of look back at, see if Radon even followed me in.
Radon would be interested in looking to see what kind of alchemy supplies they may have.
Okay. He's interested in that. How about the rest of you?
And I'll pipe up and say, I could use some incense.
I'm still out the door.
You're like, I ain't going in there.
Oh, well, it smells like that.
Oh, it smells like
Dolphin's waiting outside.
that. She doesn't like goblins, no.
Or
Kind of
kobold.
give
Or kobolds.
Ralkin a sut.
Oh, we got all kinds of things. Well, what? Now you're looking for Aiden, hey? This is the goblin still talking.
Yes.
Then just she nudges nudges the kobold. Where is he, anyways? What do you mean, where is he? I thought you sent him on an errand. Oh, I thought you sent him on an errand. Excuse us for a second. You hear quiet bickering behind the counter. Then after a moment, they pop up. He's out at the moment, but I think he'll be back very soon.
All right. Well, I'm sure my friends will be happy to peruse while we wait.
Oh, excellent.
Love to.
I'm just gonna grab some water.
Maybe don't trust any of the water you find in here.
I absolutely would not trust anything I find in here.
As the goblin comes around and is like, well, my, aren't you a fine looking gnome? So, what kind of things are you in the market for? A little bit of a, pick me up for the ladies, for the men, or maybe you're and then the kobold butts in, or maybe you're here for something a little bit more exciting, like something to really give you that boost of energy, when you're really, really tired and the kids just won't leave you alone.
I was thinking more of alchemy supply.
Oh,
Great.
what kind of supplies?
For health potions.
Oh, health potions. Health potions? And they're kind of looking confused between each other. Is health potions or herbalism? Like,
I'd like to hear more about the different things, like to make you feel less tired.
oh, you know what? You might be interested in Scales Crystal Catalyst. Mm.
Just straight up cocaine.
As the kobold produces from behind the counter what looks like some kind of, it looks almost like a small quartz crystal, and they're like, you see this, you take one of these and you and with their other hand, they squeeze their other hand and you crush it up and sprinkle it down into your drink, and it gives you quite a big boost of energy and speed. Yeah, makes you feel right as rain. Yeah. You don't know what exactly it would do, but that's what they're saying it does. Gives you a boost.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Just non-committally smile and be like,
And then
"Oh, very cool."
the kobold's like, but never take 2 of them within a 12-hour period.
Moderation in all things.
Yes, because it might kill you.
Well, yeah. That's a good caveat to remember.
Keep away from small children and goblins who can't keep their hands to their fucking selves. I said I was sorry.
Oh, okay.
Just a scowl. If you a draconic scowl, you didn't know what one of those looked like until now. And then, well, well, maybe they'd be more interested in Green's euphoric elixir.
Who doesn't want a bit of euphoria?
I know, right? Who needs to go fast when everything can just slow down and make you feel amazing?
No.
What the fuck did I come back to?
Oh, I don't know. What did you come back to? Were you gone?
I had an AFK
We're
to
talking
call
about
my little
drugs.
brother.
First it was cocaine, now it's opium.
They're trying to sell us drugs.
I think they're buying Viagra.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think they're buying Viagra. They might be selling it though.
I think that was one of the things they were offering.
It's kind of sounded like it, yeah. As they start going over a few different things. What some of the stuff though sounds like as they're describing it, a number of the items that they're describing sound like just regular like minor alchemical things, like a potion that like a virility potion, or something like uppers and downers, right? Like they're selling drugs basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're selling alchemical drugs. But some of the other things that are mentioned are there's a mention of Scales fire flasks, and Yamamoto, the way they describe these, and kind of the just the way like an intense case of heartburn, and then you'll be spitting fire. It sounds kind of like those kobold fire potions that you remember encountering way back. The ones where you drink it and you can belch out a bolt of fire.
Oh yeah, those things. Those are fun.
Or you might just belch out fire and inflame your own face. But that was kind of the, if it drastically failed, right? And like, oh wow, that's it sounds like as they start to realize you're adventurers, they start offering things that are a little bit more potentially useful, but also potentially dangerous side effect,
Yeah, Helly's just, genuinely interested.
Yeah.
Keeping him talking though.
Yeah.
Until we can actually talk to Aiden.
until Aiden shows up. Another thing that's mentioned is a vigor potion, which is like as Radon, you were asking about health potions. Oh, that's not really something that they have. Kobolds not being always the hardiest folk, they know what need of health potions do you have when one swift kick in the ass and you're broken bones. But vigor potions give you a vigor potions, they give you a false sense of security and hope. As a kobold vigor potion gives you temporary hit points. So now the thing is, as they're going on and on about different things, they obviously have a bunch of crazy, weird stuff, but some oddly, potentially practical. You might be able to get recipes off these people if you want to try and make some of the things that they do. You could probably make it better. Like, better than they do. Come to think of it, because you are an alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. There's also Green's Cackling Concoction, which is it's great for parties when you want your it's great for stand-up comedy when you want that crowd to laugh. You spike all the drinks with this. And it causes uncontrollable fits of laughter in the drinker.
All Argon can think is, what if we put this in the barracks water for all the Imperium guards?
That's so fucking funny.
Green's Cackling Concoction. Just uncontrollable laughter. And the use cases that they give for these things are like almost exclusively like, wouldn't that be illegal? Like, isn't that morally wrong to spike everybody's drinks so they'd laugh? What are you, like, what is this? What are you selling?
Depends on what part of the moral spectrum you stand on.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I think we're getting a real good sense of this kind of business that they're doing.
They also sell Sleepy Time. It's like, oh, this one's a combination.
Sleepy time tea.
Sleepy Time tea? No, it's not for tea. You give it to the kids when they want sleep. It's chloroform.
Jesus. It's for children.
It's watered down chloroform. Sleepy Time.
And this is why all goblin and kobolds end up messed up by the time they hit adolescence.
It makes a lot of sense.
Goblins, they're what? They're like they're adults by 6, and kobolds are pretty much the same. They have a very, very fast gestation period. Or maturation period. It's very quick. Funnily enough, kobolds can live to 120 years. They just rarely do so. They're usually dying violent, horrible deaths beforehand.
They're here for a good time. Not
Generally
long.
because of their own stupidity.
They're here for a good time. Oh man. But I mean, some of the things that they're talking about, like, I mean, yeah, that cackling concoction, that could be actually useful. The crystal catalyst, I mean, you know, you're not quite sure what exactly it would do, but maybe it temporarily staves off exhaustion. Probably has some side effects, but as a stimulant, like in a pinch, sure.
What good magic doesn't?
Hmm?
What good magic doesn't have side effects?
Yeah. They also mentioned they've got the their poultice of invisibility. When you rub this on your skin, you'll be convinced you're invisible. It's like,
Right on. Well, hold up the pen and say, how much for the cackling?
oh, you want some? How much would you like?
How much per bottle?
Oh, for a bottle? And they're kind of talking back and forth. Like, well, we can get you one bottle, which should be enough for like one small vial should set someone to giggles. One full strength bottle, uncontrollable laughter. So I suppose on a scale of 5 to 17. This is the goblin. On a scale of 5 to 17, how forceful do you want your audience laughing? Of course, if you spread out the dosage, you might get like lower use from it. Of course, yes. On a scale
17.
of 5 to 17. 17? Oh, so you're just looking for giggles then? Apparently 5 is high.
I want them to not be able to stand up from laughing.
Oh, you want someone to not be able to stand up when you're done with them? Well, I mean, I've got an elixir for that.
I like them to still be breathing.
Oh, yes. Usually you still want them to be breathing after you're finished with them, yeah. The goblin punches the kobold. I don't think that's what they're looking for, you idiot. What he asked? So the cackling concoction. Yes. If you're looking for the maximum potency, and if you're they're rubbing their hands thinking about this. Oh, I could get you well, how much are you looking for? They still haven't set a price yet. They're just asking, like, how much do you want?
It depends on the price.
Oh. Does it? Okay. And she like nibbles her thumb for a second. And it's like, the price. Well, if you're looking for one flask's worth, and she like grabs what you assume is an empty flask. You hear some sloshing inside. It's like, what is she holding? Just a random flask like that was sitting on the counter. It's like, I wonder what's in there. You're wanting a full flask's worth? I'll run you 100 gold.
That seems quite steep.
Oh, you are adventurers, right?
I'm an alchemist.
I'm a what? I missed what you said.
He said, I am an alchemist.
Ah, yes. Then I'm sure you know the value of a good cackle concoction.
I'll tell you what. I have a special flask of my own. This elixir. How about we do a straight trade?
No trades. This is the
You
kobold.
want to know what this does?
The kobold. No trades. And the goblin. Why not? Like, he's got something. No trades. You remember what happened with the bugbear? No trades. Oh, fine.
You trusted a bugbear. That was your mistake. Can't trust those guys. They'll swindle you. Well, let's only trust the short people. They taller than you, don't trust them.
They look at you being just as short as they are. Yeah. And it's like, but he bought it from a halfling. It's like a serious
So he
nod.
said.
There's like a serious nod between the two of them. It's like, what the fuck happened? You don't know. And then it's like, fine, 50 gold. Whole flask. Maximum potency.
You know what? How about 35 and I'll give you this elixir?
No trades! But it's an elixir. No
Not a trade.
trades! You were blue for a week. No trades!
Ah, this won't change your color.
The goblin, she's pouting. It's like, he's right, no trades. We don't do trades anymore. You're trying to pawn off an elixir that won't work after a while anyway, aren't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You can trust me. I'm small like you. That's exactly why they shouldn't trust you. They know better than to trust small folk. They are small folk. Have you met a goblin? Oh man.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. They're just like, all right. Final offer, 45 gold. And you can have one of his scales. What? Shut up, I'm making a deal.
All right, fine. 45 on the scale.
You're not taking one of my... Ow! As she plucks one off of his tail. See, you won't even miss it. It'll take a while to regrow back. And smacks her on the smacks on the behind again with his tail. He looks mad. But yeah, you are now the proud owner of one Green's cackling concoction, full potency. So write that down. As for what exactly that means, it's a great question.
I'm trying to get it in my notes real quick.
You're what?
I'm trying to put it in the notes real quick.
Green's cackling concoction, in brackets, full potency. Yeah.
I can get it to let me put something in here.
Does anybody else want to buy anything else from these upstanding citizens?
Yes, I'll see if they have any incense, and I'll also ask for, lean in and say, I would just like one night's worth of the euphoria.
Oh.
Oh.
Some of you Green's euphoric elixir. All right. Well, as for incense, it doesn't seem like they. Well, actually, what is incense? Is incense alchemical?
Debatable.
A gum, spice, or other substance. They're like, what kind of incense are you looking for?
Oh, just run of the mill will do. Doesn't need to be the best.
Oh, you're looking for the charcoal and incense for your familiar?
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I mean, if I'm here, I might as well restock.
Yeah. If you ask them about, like, you give them like the kind of information that would be needed for that spell, like it's like, oh well, I need a bit of charcoal and like some incense about this, like a certain amount of worth. It's like, oh well, I guess use that as raw ingredients sometimes. But sure, how much are you wanting to buy for charcoal and incense?
10 gold worth.
Okay, so you're just all right. They'll happily sell you that much.
1 Eleanor worth of charcoal. and
Yes, you're
incense.
able to for 10. Yeah, for 10 gold, you're able to buy 1 Eleanor's worth of charcoal and incense. They do ask if you'd like to buy another unit of it for another 10 gold.
I have a question.
Yep.
Do we still have that? Like either me or Yamo still have that bag of coin, the bag of holding a coin.
Oh, the bag of lots and lots of coin. No.
The handy haversack. I believe we discussed this before and determined that the handy haversack was somewhere else. Although I also, I don't know if we redistributed money in my inventory or not.
I think you should both have some. Let me just check your sheets. So I might have given you
I don't think
funds. Oh, I didn't.
I have quite a bit of money, but I don't think I have as much money as I was carrying before.
Let me just check.
I was carrying a lot of money before.
Yes, the money that's on your sheet. Yeah, the money that's on your sheets are accurate between the two of you.
Okay.
Right.
Just want to double check.
Are syringes a thing in this world?
Syringes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not
Syringes
like
and needles?
Okay, druggy.
Are there needles? There would be
Yeah.
there would be needles. Maybe not like everybody has them, but it would be a thing that you can obtain in certain respects.
I don't suppose they have them in the alchemical shop.
Why do you want needles?
Shots of pure adrenaline would be very useful.
Where are you getting the adrenaline?
The upper that he was saying earlier, where like you drink it and you.
It was
You just want to
inject
inject
cocaine
that
straight
straight
into
into your
veins.
bloodstream.
You want you're gonna ask them
Oh
about
baby.
Are you gonna ask them about like hey, is there a thing of like, like an injector, like where like really rapid application?
Yeah.
Okay. You ask about that?
I'll yell that from the door.
So do you have like rapid application? Oh, that's a good idea. Write that down.
Oh god. All right, we're leaving now.
Write that down. Rapid injection. Like a snake. Yeah, could we like feed a snake? Oh, you can hear like these bad plans. Bad thoughts are being made. Feed a snake to make it an alchemical injector. Man. But anyways, they turn back and it's like, oh, but you wanted a dose of the euphoric elixir. Oh, yes. Yes. It's like, well, for 1 dose for the evening, that should run you at about 25 gold pieces.
Oh, just for a trial?
You can definitely insight check. Radon, you've marked off the you marked out the 45, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 9. I mean, it may be. I mean, like the ingredients for like a health potion is like 25 gold just to make one. So imagine alchemical things are probably expensive to make. I guess maybe you don't. You're not proficient in alchemy, are you?
No.
No. I mean, I guess it sounds fair.
Well, we'll see what happens. And I'll think you got a deal.
Drop 25 gold and okay. She'll grin and be like, I think I'll be very happy. She passes you
Very happy.
very happy. She passes you over a pulls out like this unmarked vial with some kind of there's some kind of dark liquid inside. It looks very like it almost looks like muddy water, like just the coloration and texture almost. And as she's passing this to you and you take it in your hand, the kobold, oh, wait, no, not that one. That's wrong thing, you idiot. It's like you like, and it goes in it, like he plucks it from your hand and holds it in front of her face. It's like, do you see what you almost did? And she's like tracking it with her face. Oh, no, you don't. Hold on. And goes digging around beneath. and pulls out something that looks a little bit more colorful. It's almost like there's this other vial that's pulled up, and inside it's almost like a kaleidoscope of color, ever shifting.
Pretty.
It's like, sorry, this is the one that you want. That one, what? Why did we make that?
What is it?
Oh, the kobold, diarrhea in a bottle. It's like, that is not what we're calling it. Okay, then we can call it the runs. You drink it, you get it. Why did we make this again?
I'm sure
You know
it's
why we made
very
this. It's an extreme laxative. Does anybody want to buy the runs? The kobold holding up this muddy water vial.
Nope.
No. Okay. It's a great way to spike It's a great way to spike your ex's drink.
Oh, I'm sure.
Nah.
Quite sure of that.
It's like, nope. And then at the door, boss, I'm back. Oh. Hello. And you see a young man. Young man, kind of, medium length, dirty blonde hair. He does have a bit of a prettier face, but he comes in and a little bit on the slimmer side, and eyes a little wider as he's looking around, and you can see he's holding a parcel of something, which he kind of moves past. Just excuse me, and puts it down on the counter. Kind of gives a look at the proprietors and goes and's like, I found it. So here you guys go. They look at each other, back at him. Oh, great, thanks. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, thank you. And you just hear he kind of smiles and kind of backs off a bit, and you just hear between the two of them. It's like, do you know what he got sent for? No, I thought you did. They both look at the package, look back at each other. We'll figure it out later. But yeah, your target is here. And he's just he doesn't think anybody's here for him, but he's definitely looking at the party like, wow, this is an interesting group of people just crowded in here. It's kind of his look. But he's moving back.
Just making sure I recognize this as the guy I met before.
Yeah, this looks like him.
All right. Aiden.
Huh? Yeah. Yes.
We met before.
And he looks at the other party members and back at you. Swallows hard. Yeah. Yes, we did. I think maybe did we? Maybe you might have the wrong. Hello. Can I help you?
Would you rather talk outside? I mean, it's a bit pungent in here. Would you want to talk where there's a bit more fresh air?
Pungent. Oh yeah, the smell. I mean, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
I mean, if you're fine talking in here, I don't mind.
Ooh,
Either way.
What are we? Maybe I'll go.
I'm just looking. I happen to be looking for Amira, and I wasn't able to find her, and I was hoping you might know a bit about her whereabouts.
Yeah, outside might be. And he he's backing.
I'm gonna position between him and the door. I'm gonna stand in front of the door.
Oh, you're gonna keep him from leaving the building.
Yes.
Okay. He walks and backs into Hulda. Like, hi. Excuse. I'm just trying to.
Sorry.
Around the
I have to, stay inside for just one more minute. I'm sure you'll be fine in here.
Oh, yeah. It's Yeah.
Holly, he's a friend, Holly. We don't need to worry.
Friends, yes. Great. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna detect.
I'm really sorry about what we did to her door last time. Okay, I think we made it up with her. It was entirely my fault. I got a bit carried away in the moment. I'm really sorry. I think we patched things up, but just in case that ever came back to you, I'm really, really sorry about it.
Now, Halda, are you you've already subtle spelled today, but I think you have one more point of that, don't you?
I do. So I will subtle spell detect thoughts on young Mr. Aiden.
Okay. So you kind of reach down into your pouch to like grip a copper piece, as you still need the material component for it. But nothing else, as you just kind of grip the copper piece and cast detect thoughts. And let's see. The thoughts most on their mind at this moment is, oh, she's gonna kill me. She is gonna kill me. I am so dead this time. Oh my god, she's gonna kick my ass. Those are the most pertinent thoughts on his mind at this very moment, Hulda. And he ain't thinking about you.
Seem pretty worried.
I'm,
I as Aunt Yamo said, we're all friends here.
and Yamo, you're kind of continuing on about the door.
I'm really sorry about the door.
I mean, I didn't think you were gonna go break into her house.
Yes, I know. Look, it was a stressful time. We made some very bad decisions. I made a lot of very bad decisions that day. To be honest, breaking her door down barely ranks in the top 3.
I got the gist of that from all the people trying to kill you.
Yes, as days went, that was really not one of my best.
Oh man. Also, I don't think that particular day was one of his worst either. Because it didn't all go down that day.
Didn't it? I thought it did kind of all go down on that one day.
That was like a day. That was before. Oh yeah, it was later that day where he went out to
I'm pretty
camp.
sure it was one really hectic day.
Yeah. He didn't get killed until a few days later, though. Like, killed again,
What?
I mean.
Oh, yeah, killed again.
Yeah, part 2, Electric Boogaloo. That was a day. And meanwhile, Halda, in your head, you've just got like, so you're detect thoughtsing this guy, because you're getting, let's see. Yeah, surface thoughts, most on the mind at the moment. And you're not probing deeper, right?
No, not yet.
Yeah, you're just going for surface thoughts. As he's talking about the door, there's just kind of like, you're getting like these surface thoughts of like, you fucking idiot, why would you fucking tell somebody where I lived? What? Like, almost like it's a like core memory unlocked. Like some woman reaming him out. It's kind of the surface thoughts in the moment, as he may have gotten in trouble about something, but he's like, it's like, what? Okay, what do you want, man? You made a lot of trouble for me. I mean,
I know. I'm really, really sorry about that.
She did not appreciate me talking to you about her.
She got in contact with us.
What?
Beforehand, and that's why I need to talk to her. She sent some information our way, and
information?
I need to follow up on it.
What do you mean information? Who? What are you even?
I'm gonna say the name. You mean Amira, and see if that's. I can tell that's who he was thinking of.
Yeah, Yamamoto did say Amira earlier, but I guess saying it again, and you say that, and you get like this. It's like surface thoughts there. When you mention Amira, surface thoughts and emotion, there is like mixed parts, adoration and fear in the surface thoughts. Mostly because like, oh yes, thinking of his lady love is like, oh yeah, like that's sweet. But in this particular context, getting interrogated and like the associated other thoughts, like, oh yeah, there's the like, I don't want to deal with this situation or getting yelled at kind of thing. But yeah, based on surface thoughts, Hulda, yes, that's he's thinking about he's thinking about that person, whoever she is.
Yeah, so I get the sense that Amira is the she that he's thinking of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Probably could have guessed that even with what Yamo was saying, because he
I mean,
dropped her
like I
name
told you
earlier.
before, didn't I? That he's her boyfriend.
Yes, I knew all of that. There was
Yeah.
a very real possibility of ships in the night misunderstanding
Yeah,
where he was
fair.
talking about a different person than you were talking about.
But he's like, it's like, what do you? I don't. Why are you looking for her? You said you.
You know, what?
she-
I'm gonna show him the letter. I'm gonna show him the letter. Honestly, all the things what this man's gone through, he deserves to see the letter.
As you can hear, the goblin and the kobold, by the way, the goblin, she is leaning over the counter, her face cupped in her hands, and just like leaning forward, grin on her face. She is listening to whatever this juicy conversation is. The kobold, it looks like he's climbed up and is partway up the ceiling and is fiddling around with something like some ingredients or supplies, or you don't know what he's doing, but he doesn't seem to care. This place is a mess, by the way. Like, things are stashed everywhere and you don't know how they find anything. Probably triggering Hulda a little bit there. But yeah, you shove the letter in his face, and he's looking at it. He's like, "What? He's looking at this, and you can see just he's getting more and more confused. He's like, I don't. Drow spy chick. What are you talking?
I mean,
Amira's-
that's a reasonable way to describe her in some ways, isn't it?
What are you talking about? Amira's no spy. She
Okay,
works
putting
up
that
on the.
aside.
She works on the he's like tripping over his words, and just trying to figure out what he's saying. He's like, she works over in Upper Haven with the.
I thought he originally put us in contact with her because like he was an informant or something. May have misremembered
He
that
had
detail.
no idea.
Why did he put us in contact with her originally then? I can't
Because he
remember
was
why.
naive, and you asked him, and you told him, you lied and told him
Oh,
that you were friends.
was I looking for Amira already? I thought
Yeah.
I went to him and he told us to look for Amira. Oh.
No.
Oh, okay, I misremembered. It's been several months in game. Yamo can't remember. It was a crazy day.
Yep. Yep. No, he has no idea that she's a spy.
Oh, well, he does now.
She's just some drow girl who apparently
Poor
likes
guy.
him. Yeah. I mean,
Whoops.
allegedly she
Every
hasn't.
day I meet this guy, I ruin his relationship a little bit more.
Allegedly she hasn't dumped him. If this is how he's
Yeah.
responding.
No, I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad we didn't ruin that.
You haven't
for-
asked when he saw her last.
I mean, that's vaguely the direction I'm going with the
Yeah,
questioning.
You're getting there. He's like, what? I don't know who you think I am or who you think she is, but I mean, like, you do not want to piss her off, and I kind of pissed her off really bad last time. You know, sometimes we've gotten into it. You know, like if I forget something important, like I forgot her birthday one time. I didn't realize I was supposed to know that because she didn't tell me, and apparently forgot it. And it was, you know what, this was worse. I couldn't believe it would be worse.
Like
but this was worse.
I like put like, you know, a friendly, firm hand on his shoulder, like, you know, like, Aiden.
What?
I just want you to know, if you need support, there are people out there. Help is only ever a call away.
And Hulda, you're just getting confusion.
But more importantly, do you know where she is?
Now Hulda, For the surface thoughts, when he asks, "Do you know where she is?" You're just getting, it's like, in his head, she told me not to say anything. That's his surface thought, which means there is definitely something there he wanted to probe.
I do.
But he will, I think he'll, does he only know if he fails? Let me see here. If you probe, wisdom save. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows you're probing its mind, unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts. Oh, and unless they can try and end it. Okay. All right. So he'll know you're probing. Well, he'll know he's being probed, I guess. He might not know you're probing.
He'll probably think it's me, which won't help my relationship with him at all, but...
Let me make a wisdom save,
I
though.
think it can get.
I
much
don't
worse than it
know
already
if
is.
you. Yeah, I don't know if this relationship is already beyond safe.
What's your save DC?
15.
15?
Yes.
Okay. You go to probe deeper with a DC of 15. And as you do that, nice. What?
Nice wording.
Huh?
Phrasing.
Probe.
Probe deeper.
And the spell ends as he rolls a 16.
Oh.
He rolled a 16 on his dice. Oh man! As the spell ends and his eyes go wide, and he's like, What are you doing? What are you doing?
It
What?
wasn't him. It wasn't him.
Why are you digging around in my head? What is this? Who?
I'll put an arm, like a hand on his arm,
What?
and I'll just look in his eyes. And I'll say, breathe with me, Aiden.
Breathe
Deep breath.
Yeah,
Try-
this is-
Deep breath.
oh, that's scary.
Oh, this guy.
You see, I've just noticed on the stream that Hulda has an 8 in charisma. She is the wrong person to try and calm him down right now.
Yep, the right person is standing outside.
Yeah. Halda, make a disadvantage persuasion check.
Oh my.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Brawlkin and Art, you two are outside. You're just hearing like kind of conversation going on in there, and it's like what are you two doing in the, like out there while you're waiting and just kind of hearing the spattering of back and forth.
think we should go in.
It's up to you.
The disinterested.
Yeah, I think I'll just wait.
Yeah. Now Hulda, as you look into his eyes and you're trying to get him to slow his breathing, he does the exact opposite of what you're telling him to do, and you can hear an increase in breathing, almost hyperventilating even. Hyperventilating?
And I
Yeah, that's the right word. Damn it. What? I don't understand. What? Why? He's definitely freaking out.
Down.
It slowed. Yamo, what are you this is going tits up, isn't it?
Yeah, this hasn't gone in the way I was hoping it was going to go at all.
I mean, let's be honest. Nothing you have wanted your relationships here has gone the way you've wanted it.
All right, I'll tell you what, Aiden. I can tell you're not comfortable talking anymore. I'll just say, if next time you see Amira, you let her know that I am investigating the matter she brought up to Sangir, and I would appreciate her getting in touch if she had any additional information to share. And Aiden, if you ever feel unsafe, you can always go to Lieutenant Shen.
Oh yeah.
Protect you. You know her.
Mm-hmm.
You probably
You can always come to us if you ever feel unsafe.
Yeah.
You can really tell.
And with that, I'm going to leave.
Okay.
Probably a good choice.
He definitely feels unsafe right now.
Holly just throws her hands up like, oh.
Ah!
Fine.
Your fault.
Falcons just look to Art. I told you they're fine.
And you just hear from inside Yamo as you're leaving a quip from the goblin to a quip from the goblin to Aiden. It's like, why do you obsess over her anyway, huh? And then you just hear the swift sound of something slapping something. Ow! And you leave. And out you go.
Yep.
All right.
Geez, took you guys long enough.
Not quite as productive as I'd hoped, but we got something.
No kidding.
Wow, he was really skittish. That's probably my fault.
Probably. Okay.
Well, he definitely knows where she is.
Were you doing mind things?
Yeah, I was doing mind things.
I think that might have spooked him a bit.
Well, it wouldn't have spooked him so much if he, like, you don't have to, like, immediately jump into an apology. Like, I think
Look,
you spooked him more than I did, honestly.
Look, last time I saw
refuse
him,
to admit
I
that I made a mistake.
last time I saw him, I asked him where I could find Amira. I sort of made it out like it wasn't a big thing, and then we sort of broke her door down and chased her across the rooftops for a bit.
I would like to interject. And you were the one that saw him first this time?
Well, who else was going to do it?
I'm looking at Hulda.
I
It's
can
not
be
time.
I can be very persuasive. The
You
best
could have told me that too. I could have talked to him.
the best joke I've heard all evening. Hulda, I can be very persuasive.
That's right. No sons of self there.
The only reason
Well-
why I didn't is because I thought you had rapport with him of the good kind.
Look, I didn't think he would be quite that afraid. I thought, maybe I thought he was going to be like a bit angry at me, and I could sort of, apologize. I didn't expect him to be terrified. We should get back to the ship. Let's go. Get back to the ship. Walk and talk.
Yeah, walk and talk, walk and talk.
I'll throw up another arcane eye.
Yeah. Ending the conversation on arts, like, just, I mean, I don't know. It still would have been good to know, like, your history. I guess I didn't ask, but we are traveling together, so
I really
I'm
think
sorry.
I guess we should be more open with each other.
more.
What was that, Hulda?
I think we just need to be on the same page more, and I think I can work on that. I think we can do that.
Well, I will certainly try. I like to think I've been quite open with you, all in all. Like I said, I'd forgotten quite how skittish it was.
No, it's fine. I didn't ask either, so you can't take all the blame. No one can take all the blame, but yes.
I can take all the blame.
No. No.
Brocken agrees.
Probably just nods. Mm.
And Holly just says under her breath, or any of the blame.
So, if there's nothing else, shall we head back to the ship?
Yeah. Noting the mood. Our old agrees. Like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. It's been a long couple of days.
Hulda, were you activating the arcane eye and like leaving it there at the shop, or you were having it follow you again?
No, eye in the sky again. I assume it's been an hour at this point, and it does wear off.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
eye's worn off. I wasn't sure if you were doing like I'm tracking this kid, or if it was like you're watching yourself again. Okay. Oh, you didn't think of that?
I hadn't.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's also like, yeah, we also don't know how frequently they meet. I was thinking about that, like maybe we should just tell him. But they're both leaving tomorrow, and we also don't know how frequently they meet. So
And I don't know who
Yeah.
that kid talked to. So
yeah.
immediate danger might be more pressing concern. I'll keep the eye watching the rooftops and watching the path ahead of us.
Okay. All right. Then you guys head back to the ship. You make it there
Yep.
without incident.
Cool. That's not funny. I've got school.
School? What? What?
It's a stupid.
Okay.
Like a mom drew on a kid's face and put shelf on a shelf next to pen.
That's not funny. I got school.
Scottish girl, and she's like, "Nah, it's not funny. But got skill. Nah, did he draw my face?"
That is funny, actually. Little Scottish girl. All right then.
I love Scottish accent. Have you guys seen Brave, like the Scottish dialect that like no one can
Yes.
understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The accent
great.
Scott. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brave. I like it Wreck-It Ralph too when they bring the girl from Brave in, and none of the Disney princesses have a clue what she's saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So, you guys make it back to the ship, and yeah, getting on board. Is there anything else you're wanting to do with the rest of the day, or are you guys just gonna literally hang out here on the vessel?
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
need
to hang
to do something. And I might need your help. I get back on board and I'm gonna ask Captain Eliana. Do you have a brig on this ship?
A brig? Do you need to lock someone
Yeah.
up?
Maybe.
Well, yes, actually. Well, this used to be a slaver ship, so we did keep some of the manacles on board.
Yikes. Well, not to alarm anybody, but I need to do some. I would like to do something that might give us an idea of a little more information about what we're heading into. The thing is, it's kind of a dicey spell I want to cast, and if I do it wrong, I can't be responsible for what I do or say for the next 24 hours. It gets kind of crazy, you might say. So that's why I'm just hoping, like, can you maybe lock me up until we're done until I'm done? I mean, you'll know like in an hour if I'm gonna be
How
okay.
we talk about this below decks?
Oh yeah, sure.
She's giving you an eye, and you know, the large the large wolf just kind of hops down and just toddles on after you guys. Are the rest of you coming down below to see what's up?
Sure.
I would.
It's probably better for me to be below deck where I can't be shot from off the ship.
Yeah.
Probably. We'll definitely say probably.
All right. Well, you guys head down below decks. And
I go too.
yeah, you can all go there. Does
Okay.
anyone not go down below decks? Take that as everyone does. Okay. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Right. As you guys head down here, and for Yamamoto, this brings some unpleasant memories. Like, I mean, you've been on this ship many times now, but just coming back down here again with the premise of, you know, locking somebody up. You remember a time, quite some time ago, but was it really all that long ago when through here you were chained down and muzzled at the back of this ship?
Yes.
Yeah. But Aliana kind of leads through into this back room, and it seems like there is some storage in here, but there is like a door that can be closed, and there are manacles stored in here. And she's like, well, this would be, if we were going to hold anyone, this would serve as a brig, I suppose. How
Well, we are gonna hold
exactly
someone.
how dangerous are we talking here?
I don't know. Normally this is fine. I haven't done this a lot of times, but when I have, it's normally fine. It's just when it isn't fine, I don't entirely remember what happens.
All right. Now, is this a spell you have the spell prepared?
It's a ritual spell.
Ah, excellent.
I'm gonna contact other plane.
Okay. That was out of character. So she's like, okay.
Yeah.
And all right, then tell me exactly what. Can you tell me exactly what you're doing? I can have them. If you just want to tell me personally, I don't know if this is something you're wanting to keep to yourself, or like she kind of glances to the others in the room.
No, I think we've decided that we need to be on the same page, and I think this is something you guys should know about. And I mean, I've never had an audience before, so that's kind of intimidating, but it's gonna go fine. And if it doesn't go fine, you know what? If you just manacle me ahead of time, it won't be a problem.
All
Is-
right.
This is very concerning.
Now you
Um,
are a decently powerful
whatever
spellcaster.
Uh-huh.
Are you able to, if whatever happens and goes wrong, how much of a threat is your magic?
I don't know.
You can't take
I-
actions. While insane, you can't take actions, which means you're harmless. You cannot cast spells if you cannot take
Okay.
actions.
I think I don't think I caused any harm. Like I don't think I can do any spells. Like I just remember waking up and kind of being covered in scratches, but I nothing else was harmed. Like I just want to make sure,
Okay.
because again, I won't necessarily know what's going on if this goes badly. It is temporary. I will snap out of it within a day.
So we just
but
need
maybe
to restrain you.
Restrain me.
All right.
Within a day. That's quite a while.
Until you finish a long rest. So, I mean, she'd be fine by tomorrow morning.
I'll be fine by tomorrow morning. I'll be fine by tomorrow morning. It'll be fine.
She's
It'll be
like,
fine.
all right. Well, she looks at the manacles and, like, I suppose we can restrain you. I imagine you'll need your... Do you need your hands for this, or...
Nope.
Oh, all right. Well, then she kind of shrugs and it's like, if that's what you want to do, I can chain you to the mast right here. And she's got some manacles, and if you like, she can chain you up to the mast.
Okay. All right, thank you. Right. Good so far. So far, so good.
She's like, this is the first time anyone's ever thanked me for putting manacles on them.
I doubt that.
Well,
Art doubts that.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
Yep,
Broken.
exactly. That's why I said I doubt that.
Oh man, yeah, Broken in her mind. You obviously haven't met the right partners.
no comment.
Yeah, we'll just
Oh,
put
God.
his head in his hands.
It's like, she does not clip my head.
She
It goes
actually
right
bought the
over
pink
Holly's
fuzzy
head.
ones and
Right
then-
over her head.
Right over Halda's head. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know if Aliana got it or not.
I didn't make that joke in
No.
in character.
No, that's a plague joke right there, isn't it?
Nope.
Anyways, okay. Then Halda, you begin the process of casting this spell.
Well, I'm gonna talk to everyone first.
Okay, go for it.
Learning to talk to people. I'm going to say, okay, here's what I want to do. I'm going to use this spell that I know to reach out to the librarian. Because the librarian already showed us a vision about a plague, I want to ask questions about this plague that we're going into, because we couldn't find any information out about it in the town. We're about to go. So I just want to see what I can find out, and I'll have 5 questions. I can ask 5 things. That's what I want to try.
Okay.
All right.
You can see Aliana,
So
she looks fascinated.
Yeah, Art's also looking, just out of a morbid curiosity, if anything else.
All right. So, you're casting the ritual. You'll just need your book open in front of you, but as long as you can see it, since it is verbal only, you just need your spell book open and you can speak out the ritual over the next 11 minutes.
Yep. I speak aloud for 11 minutes.
Okay. What language do you incant in?
That's a great question.
Like, usually, what language do you incant in?
Let's say this is... Let's go Dwarvish for this.
Okay. So generally, you're speaking Dwarvish. Okay.
Yeah.
So you begin your incantations, kind of speaking out this ritual, looking down at your book as you've got it kind of prepared and open in front of you, speaking out, reading out, and as these words are kind of ringing out for the first minute or so, there's not really anything. Like, it's just okay, like she's just talking, but then like as she continues, as she goes on, it takes on like a definitely magical cadence. It's very interesting as she casts this spell, and it just kind of goes on, and just this almost like this droning, almost like this droning sound is there. Yeah, like it is Dwarvish, but it's incanting in Dwarvish. It's like if you were speaking in English, but you're kind of making, like, adding in other sounds that don't really make sense, and some of it isn't even like, it's not any particular language. It's just, speaking.
Oh no! I forgot to cast Enhance Ability on myself before I did this. Should have done that.
Do you
forgot.
stop halfway through and it's like, wait? Because I mean,
You can't, technically, it's a ritual, right?
yeah, you
So-
can stop at any time. You just stop incanting. It's like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, you hear me like saying this rhythmic, increasingly beautiful and musical Dwarvish, and then my eyes get wide and I look up and I just go, shit.
What is it? Like Aliana.
You okay?
What?
You good? You okay?
I forgot to, I need to give myself like a little boost first. So I'll cast Enhance Ability.
You need your hands for that? Do you get her to?
Yeah,
It's like, I need my hands.
sorry.
It's like, okay, this isn't, she like looks around, like she's supposed to be incoherent if this fails, right? It's not some kind of trick thing?
I don't know. She didn't say she could trick people, so I think it's safe. I want to insight her. I want to insight if she's trying to trick us.
Okay, make an insight check.
I did.
That's all you're like, it's like, oh, wait a minute, they're having to do this.
Rolling my eyes.
Yeah, Yamo, you think...
If I were insane, it'd be a lot more obvious.
Guys, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think the spell even ended. She
Yeah.
stopped mid-sentence. Come on.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how I'm just learning magic myself, and yeah, I gotta admit, you
I
got me a
don't know
little
anything
nervous.
about magic, but I think she's normal.
Yeah. She releases your arm so that you can cast Enhance Ability on yourself. Oh, wait. That won't work because casting a ritual spell is concentration.
No.
Yeah. So you can't
Those are-
have...
Ooh, that's
yeah.
rough.
If you're casting a ritual, that takes your concentration. So if someone else has Enhance Ability...
Or if you can cast the thingy as not a ritual.
Yeah, but she... Well, any spell that takes more than an action to cast takes your concentration, and that spell is 1 minute.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you
that
know
was
what?
Pointless.
I bet it is very intentional in the part of the spell that you can't enhance ability yourself, and you need someone else to do it for you. Yeah. Anyway, as you're like, I'm totally gonna, as you're getting ready to cast that on yourself, it's like, oh, damn it, this won't work. I can't concentrate on 2 things.
I think I can help. Art raises his hand, or her hand. I can give you a blessing, but it'll only last for a minute.
A blessing. A blessing is attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh. Yeah, wait, what do you need this enhanced ability for?
Ability
I
checks.
don't know what enhanced ability
Make
does.
an intelligence save.
Saving throw.
Oh, is it oh yeah, enhanced ability, that.
Yeah, I will need to make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. Then the enhanced ability wouldn't even help you there because that's for checks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So bless
You
would
want, like,
help
a bless
her.
or something.
Yeah, bless would help her at the very end. So if you held off on the bless until you knew she was just about to finish, like she gives you like a signal of like, oh, I'm wrapping up here, guys, like do it. Then yes, bless would help her with a D4.
Yeah.
So you could be over there preparing a bless.
Yeah,
Or
but
not.
I would.
Yeah.
I can only hold the spell for a minute, so you're gonna have to tell me when you're
Yeah, hence the nod.
when you want the effect.
I'll give you a nod.
Is that good?
Raid, yeah, you can do it. Like you can do it when she gives you the nod.
Oh no,
near the
I'm
end.
asking Hulda in game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you a nod, and that's when.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Radon over here sitting on something pretty.
Also,
I
my
think
voice is
Radon's
gonna
saying
get...
he wants. I think Radon's saying he wants to use his flash of genius. Radon,
Yeah.
if you're talking, we can't hear you, but you're muted, so you probably know that.
I did not realize I was muted, and I've been talking
Oh.
to myself as usual. I can give you a +4 automatically with a flash of genius.
Yep. So at the end, you guys can buff her with a bless and a +4.
All right, great.
Okay, you get chained up again, as Aliana's like, okay.
Yes, sorry.
It's like, wait, I gotta cast this other spell. Wait, no, I can't cast this other spell because I'll be concentrating on this. Oh wait, this other spell wouldn't help me. God damn.
Like you're seeing Holly at her most frenetic. This is not a good look
Calm
for her.
down. Okay.
All right.
We got you.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well then. Yeah, so you begin casting the spell. And as you're casting it as a ritual, it doesn't use up a spell slot. And so once again, you're casting, you're chanting, you're incanting. Some of it's actual dwarvish words, others just kind of like nonsensical bits. As you reach near the end of the spell, you're very focused on it, and you can feel like you're very close, and you probably like give that nod. So Art, you're able to cast your blessing. She should be finished within the minute, so it should happen before the bless wears out. So you can go ahead and
Cool,
cast
okay.
bless.
Yep.
And yeah, Hulda, as you're doing this and kind of reaching the end, like her voice takes on this almost like this stranger quality. What languages does everybody know?
Just various forms of Draconic and Common.
Right.
Elvish and Draconic.
Right.
Dwarven or common.
Okay. And Radon knows Gnomish, Dwarvish, Common. Okay. As she continues, and she's kind of nearing the end of the spell, the words are they it's very strange. It's almost like they're taking on a life of their own. And Yamo, you almost have this strange, like, you don't have hair on the back of your neck to raise, but almost like a prickling of the scales on the back of your neck is. This just reminds you of that time you went through that portal and saw things you shouldn't have. It's just like, oh, you just kind of have to shrug it off for a bit. And as we reach the end of the spell, we're going to take a break before you roll your save.
Perfect.
And when we come back in about, we'll be back in 10 minutes. And when we return, we'll see what happens with this spell. Welcome
So
back.
we'll see y'all next week.
Ah, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Right.
All right. There was that one. What now? Welcome back to the evening. So, where we had left off, Hulda was just about to make a saving throw for her spell. So, Hulda, we're going to get that whispered save sent along. So make me an intelligence save, and then we'll see where that goes. Okay. Good to know. Now, Art, roll me a d4.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Very nice.
All right.
I think Radon also wanted to add something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
would you
four
would you
from,
like to add yours as well? She is making a save at the end of the spell.
Yes.
Okay, so
Let's see.
you add on another 4 as well using a flash of genius. So, Holly, what you rolled plus 8 brings us up to a particular number.
Okay.
Oh man.
Well, it's gonna be very evident if she fails or not,
It
because
will.
she's just gonna start mumbling random words and.
And now you've gone and you've cast. Let me just put up the spell again so I can see all the details of it. Okay. Wait, no, that's not the one you're casting.
Huh?
This one, right? Yes.
Right.
Contact other plane. Okay. On a failure and on a success. Okay. The spell lasts for 1 minute, and you must ask all 5 questions before the minute ends. So, let me pull up a stopwatch. Of course, which I will pause if I have to think about answers, if that's what's going on there, as we do reach this, and Hulda, your mind opens and a connection is made. And you all hear her as these incantations are going on. She just goes completely and totally. Hold on a second. As I bring up my 1 minute timer. Silent. You may ask your first question, now.
Librarian, do you have information about the plague affecting the Legion spellcasters on Nirax?
Yes.
Is the plague confined to Nirax?
No.
Has the plague reached Haven?
No.
Is the plague being used as a weapon?
I'm just pausing here.
Oh no.
Can you give us like how much time is remaining after you unpause?
No.
Okay.
This is your, you said your questions so far were, can you give me information? Yes. Is it just in Nirax? No. Has it spread to Haven? No. And then this is your 4th question, right?
Right.
Okay. And you asked, is it being used as a weapon? Unclear.
Is the cure to the plague on Nirax?
This is paused again. And this is your fifth question. So you did ask all of your, you asked all your questions within a minute. Like each of these answers that you're getting, like the answer that comes back to you is almost like this strange like inkling in your mind, and this voice. It's almost like it's shapeless but also low, and very strange feeling that's associated with the voice. Just one of, it's almost like a knowing, like a voice of understanding. And while that might not make sense, in your mind it makes sense, which is very strange. And as you ask
That's
your
comforting.
as you ask your last question, like, and you all hear her speaking out these things, like eyes closed, and she says each of these things. You don't hear any response. You just hear her asking these questions, and then you ask that final one, and it feels like time is ticking on, almost like the answer for this one is dragging, and you do in the end get back you get back something. All is not what it seems. And then you open your eyes.
Hold up.
So the answer to
Hulda?
that last question, it wasn't yes and it wasn't no. It was like, this is not what you think it is.
It's me. Still, I'm fine.
Okay. Good. You
Right.
suddenly, yeah.
Can you take these off? Thank you.
Aliana comes over and is like, all right. And kind of pulls the chains off, and so, what happened?
Well, I asked the librarian if the librarian had information about the plague. Yes. The librarian knows, I think, what's going on, and told me the plague is no longer confined to Nerex. So
Was it
we're
always
looking at
confined to
something that
Nerex?
spread. Well, that's what I heard. That was what was in the...
I thought you mentioned something about the Legion. They have a couple cities.
Okay. Well, it might be among multiple of those cities then.
All right.
I asked if it reached Haven yet. The answer was no. And I asked if is the plague being used as a weapon? Like, is this something that someone, because is it something that someone made and is trying to take out the Legion with it? The longer question that I think I can ask librarian, I have to work up to that, but I didn't get an answer back. It's unclear. I mean, which isn't a no.
Yeah, unclear means they don't know. Because the answers are yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear if the entity doesn't know the answer to the question. And if a one-word answer might be misleading, short phrase. So the last one of those, like yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear, would have been too misleading. For the final question.
The last thing I said was, is there a cure to the plague on Nerex? And he couldn't give me a straight answer. Couldn't say no, couldn't say yes, couldn't say... Well, he said, all is not what it seems.
And not be a plague.
Okay.
Might not be.
Well,
Radon's right.
I suppose we'll find out more when we go there, but that gives... I hope that's useful information for you. But I'm probably going to get some rest.
So too. Aliana, thanks again for everything you've done. Do you have any maps? The route we're going to take to Nerex?
Maps. Oh,
Charts? Anything like that?
We had to burn all the original ones, but after I memorized them, I was able to
Oh.
recreate them. So, yes, I can show you a general map of the area.
I appreciate that. I think I need to study more. Thank you all. Thank you. That was weird. Sorry, that was weird, wasn't it?
It
But,
was interesting.
I've seen other
Great.
things.
Hmm.
I think you'd get along with a friend of mine, Eamon. Fuck his
I
name.
saw Eamon. The
He's a
librarian
cutie.
showed him to me earlier today.
Can't remember. I think he was in at one point. That was weird.
That's not weird. And I kind of punch you in the shoulder. I'm sure a lot of guys are into you.
All better like, yeah, okay there, buddy.
Okay, buddy buckle. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Well then, you're you guys gonna head out of here. So Holly wants to go see a map. How about the rest of you?
I'm probably just gonna head to bed.
Okay.
Broken too.
All right.
Yeah,
much.
straight on as well.
Not much for me here.
Okay. There's still more, some more time left in the day, so it's mostly like staying up for a while until you can begin your next long rest. But eventually, you do, and you are able to crash. Now, what's your name? Holly.
Holy.
Holly, you want to go see a map? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. She takes you, Aliana takes you to the captain's quarters and shows you kind of a simple map that she's drawn up that looks somewhat like this. To a degree. She points out over in the like over on the side here, there's markings by it, and you can see it looks like there's actually markings in like there's markings in common at the bottom of a lot of these, and there's also markings in what looks like dwarvish script, but it's not dwarvish, as it's goblinoid, as goblins use the dwarvish script for, their written word. So there's like goblin written on here, but then there's other things. Haven is marked off over here, just on the left. Nirax is marked off down here, and Desharis is marked off over here. There's writing down here that says Karak. There's writing in the middle here that says Legion. Up in the top right, it says Deadlands, and there's a marking of Necropolis. And this yellow area, there's a marking of Lightway. She's like, well, this is the area. And she points, it's like, we're over here. This is Haven. And down over here, it's just a straight shot over to, over to Nirax. Been to Desharis as well.
How long will it take us to get to Nirax?
Oh, not too long, a day or so.
Okay. Well, I might try to find out some more about our next 24 hours, but thank you so much. This is really helpful. And I'll let you know if I find out anything.
Of course. Let me know if you need me to chain you up below again. Just kind of laughs.
All right. Yeah.
It's like, you get some sleep, I guess. We'll head out tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
So I'll copy that map into my notes.
You spend some time in there, like copying down the map. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't mind you copying it down. But yeah, as you do that, you all go off to retire for the evening, and to rest, to sleep eventually, for you know, who knows what the next day will bring. Now, Art.
Yeah.
At some point, you doze off in your hammock, sleeping, or at least you think you've dozed off, but then you just can't sleep, and you feel like you need to walk around. It's just at like middle of the night, you know, people are asleep.
Oh, sorry. Ignore that. Can you delete that? Or I mean, that's just my notes so far.
Delete what?
Nothing.
Notes.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Very loose notes I've been taking. Yeah, sorry, continue. Yeah, I'll probably grumble and
Yeah.
roll out of the hammock and go up to the top deck.
Okay. You walk up on deck, and as you get there, there's like a strange glow as you're moving up to the next deck, and it's very quiet. It's very quiet. And as you come up on deck, you look out, and you can see there's a definite glow, and you realize the glow is flickering. And as you stand on deck, you look out over Haven, over Docktown, and it's burning. In silence, it's burning. There's just fire everywhere. The buildings are aflame. You can see indistinct figures moving in the fire, but you don't hear any screams. You can't even hear the crackling of the flame, but you can feel it. You can feel the heat on your face.
Art starts breathing heavily. Eyes kind of widen. Takes one step back, 2 steps back, and then full sprints down the ships to see if anyone else is in their hammocks.
You go and turn around to rush down to the lower deck, and you realize the stair down, it's not there anymore. And you're looking around on deck, it's like, what? And the deck has shifted. It's like you're standing on the deck of a warship. Like
I just
long,
shout out.
elongated craft. Yeah.
I shout out, "What is this? Where am I?"
And you just hear this voice, uncomfortable, tickling at the back of your mind, somewhere behind you, all around you, and nowhere at the same time. This feminine voice from your nightmares. Just, you are where you are. And here you will be. Maybe.
Who are you?
You see in the flames, there's almost like you see something forming in the flames, and it looks like for a moment a face. You don't know if it's laughing or crying, but then it's gone, and just this light, almost girlish giggle, and you just have these cold sweats. At this point, though, you see the town, you notice that now, looking out over it, you see a fleet of ships, and you're not hearing anything. You're just seeing flashes of light, of cannon fire, as Haven is bombarded from the sea.
Can I make out these ships, or are these all just shadows?
They look like indistinct shadows.
Okay.
Like, there's just the ship that you're on. You don't think it's firing, but then you're not on that ship anymore. And then it's no longer fire. It looks like the flames look like they're greenish or purple, almost like some kind of green hellfire or something, just consuming this place. And you feel something like writhing beneath your skin. And you look down at your hand, and you can see, like, where you would normally, when you look at your hand, and you might see the color of veins beneath your skin. They look like they're moving, almost as if they're alive, and it's extremely uncomfortable.
It's kind of. Oh.
And you wake up.
Um,
You are in bed on the ship. And it is just dead silent. There's just the quiet rocking of the waves. And you can see everybody else is asleep around you.
Oh, it is not dead silent. I am eyes wide open, probably sweating, going. If I recall before I fade out, or even now in the bed, laying in the bed, when I got transported to that warship, I'm just gonna be frank. Was it a? Could I identify it as a? Or any of these characteristics that you told me, the green fire? Can I identify it as anything Empire?
Might have been. It's really hard to say. Like the warship, that probably was the closest thing that you would think of to something Empire related. But
Okay.
the green fire, and the writhing beneath your skin, that just seemed weird. Just weird and strange and uncomfortable, and you don't know what any of that was. And that's where we'll pick up next week.